Okay, this is going to be an introduction to GameSalad. So real quick here, I've got one started, so we can take a look at what the final product is going to look like. We're just going to work on 4 directional movement using keyboard commands. I'm going to use the arrow key commands. If you're more used to ASWD, you can put them in. I wouldn't think that's going to be too difficult. Let's go back to the editor and let's talk about what we're going to do here. So first of all, I'm going to go through and delete some things, and I'm just going to show you that process. Literally, this is called an actor. It's in an actors tab, and I'm just going to hit the minus and delete it, and that pretty much will scrub everything else that I had going on. Game, scene, that's all I really had in there was one actor. So let's go back and create him. So if you want an actor, you can either use the plus sign here, or you can use create an actor button here, and you say create an actor. I would like you to work on naming conventions, which means user-friendly names. So if you'll double-click on that actor 1, I'm going to name it player. Okay. Now down here, there's 3 tabs, one for game, one for scene, and one for actor. We're just going to focus right now on the actor tab. All right. So from player, and we're going to do this first, but from player, we're going to work on his position. I'll leave it there for a moment. Let's work on his size. Let's make him 30 by 30. Anytime I pull a guy on the screen, he's going to be 30 by 30. And let's look at color from the color button down here, and I'm going to make him green of some sort. Okay, and so now I've got this player who's 30 by 30 and his color is green, and I'm just going to take the player over here from the players tab, draw him over here and pull him on the screen. You'll see that he is a 30 by 30 guy, and he is light green, which is what we were looking for. If I go back over here, you'll see this is where I start coding him. So now there's a couple different ways to code, but I'm going to show you some basics and some things I'd like you to follow. So first of all, we're going to add a rule, and then what kind of conditional do we want? Well, you can read the conditionals from up here, what's called a behaviors menu. Behaviors are conditionals, and so we're going to take a look here, and we're going to go, okay, anything that starts with a C is called a conditional. In this particular case, we want a key press conditional. So we can either drag this down in here where it says when I receive the key press. And the first one I'm going to do is move right. So I'm just going to tap the right arrow key. I can also type in the word right. When the right arrow key is down, what do we want to do? Well, down here in the do thing, we're going to go to an action. And down here, you see where it says move. This is an action. We're going to go down and grab the one move. Okay, so y'all didn't go in, so I grab it and I want to put it there. There we go. That looks like I want it to now. I can adjust this a little bit if we need to. So the rule says when the arrow key press right is down, move in the direction of 0 at the speed of 300. All right, I'll show you in the video as far as the directions. 0 to the right, up is 90, left is 180, and down is 270. I'd also, for naming conventions purposes, I'd like you to go up here, double click on the code part here, and I want to change this to say move right. So now if we minimize this, we can see we've got one piece of code that says move right. All right. So something we can do for shortcuts here. There's plenty of things we can do. I'm going to do one more for a moment here. I'm going to go ahead and grab another rule. I'm going to add a rule, and this one I'm going to call, double click on it and call move to the left. Oops, double click, move left. And again, this is a key press conditional. Here's one shortcut. I understand that the first letter of what I want to do is K for key press conditional. If I press K, you'll see that it pops up. So I'm going to do a key press conditional. I'm going to tap the left arrow key, and the left pops in, and I go down here and say do. Now the same little shortcut that I showed you before, notice in our actions, there's plenty of things here. These are in alphabetical order. So if we go to move, see it say move. If I type in an M, you'll see the 2 choices, move and move to, are highlighted. I just tap move. Now instead of moving in the direction of 0, I'm going to move in the direction of 180. Okay, and now that's become a move left. So if we were to run the screen right now, we'd see that a right arrow key and left arrow key moves it left and right. back to editor. I'll give you one more shortcut and then one more up or down key, and I'll probably let you do the last one on your own. So one more shortcut would look like this. If we look at this behaviors menu and we pull all the way down, we'll see what's called a custom behavior. As you can see, there's a move right already in here. All I did was I took move right, I grabbed it and dragged it with a left arrow click, and I just dropped it into that custom menu. When I did that, it stores it. So all I have to do is pull it back out to use it. So instead of move right, I'm going to now change that thing to say move up. And as we talked about before, it's already got the right arrow in there. It's already got the move in the direction in there. So all we got to do is change the direction to the right direction of 90, and we will have move up done. And I might as well just go ahead and do a move down. And so again, I just changed this to tap down arrow key. I go in here and down is 270 like we showed you in the graphic. Oops, one too many zeros. And we're done with movement. One way to clean this up, and I don't want to make this too long, but we can say group and we can say movement. So all I did was add group over here and we say movement. So literally what we can do now, since these are all collapsed, I can pull them into this. Just again, left arrow, clicking and dragging. One more. Come on, move left, you can do it, buddy. There we go. And so I can collapse this. So if I have a lot of code in one character, I can collapse these with groups. And also I can copy groups to other players if I was going to code two different players. But that's good for today. Thanks.